What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for Geeks and Gamers Daily. New week, new me. Jay, same team. What's up, Jay?
Whoops,
What
camera.
are you doing there? What's going on?
Camera had a little problem. Had to give it the finger. You know what's funny, man? Like,
What?
I know you are feeling like wanting to go back to the country, right? I know you're feeling it because, like, I'm on Instagram now. And I see these videos where it's like these people that have moved to China, and I see that you like them, you know? It's just like all the cool stuff that they have over
I
there.
don't know how much China, a lot of Japan.
I mean,
stuff.
Japan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong Asian. And but so like this morning we were like on the early show, I was telling them, like, I was checking Airbnb. And like those other, man, you could stay in a nice place for like a month over there for like $1,100.
Yeah, it's relatively cheap for a lot.
I was like, dang, man, somehow I could pull that off.
It is. It's relatively cheap over there for a lot of things. I don't have the full understanding of what it's like to live in that country with only being there 12 days and doing a lot of tourist shit and whatever.
Sure.
So who knows the other complications and the other maybe downsides that some people, but from a lot of perspectives, it looks nice. It looks nice. So, yeah, Micah says they was Axis. Axis powers. Look, World War II is a long time ago. Okay. We just stopped worrying about shit that happened in World War II. I'm tired of hearing about it. You know, they don't fucking hold anything against us, even after the fucking nukes. They're like, yeah, come to the country.
Well, Japan's getting a lot of attention too because they came to the World Cup and they cleaned up the stadium and all that stuff, and people were saying, look at they were like comparing them to different cultures.
Yeah, so it's funny because when we went to the what was it? To the Tokyo Giants baseball game when we were in Japan, when me and Gary went, it was a way different baseball atmosphere. It was actually very fun, but the one thing that was so different was everyone was so clean there. You know how, because I was talking to Gary, I'm like, what do you think these guys would do? What do you think these people would do if I just started cracking open peanuts and throwing the shells on the floor? Like, people would have a meltdown if that happened. And yeah, during the World Cup, after the game was over, all the Japanese fans are there cleaning the entire stadium up, which is just kind of insane.
Yeah,
kind of insane. But I booed, and that was bad enough.
I mean, what did someone like look at you, or did someone tell you you're not allowed to do that, or like?
No, they all looked at me like I brought dishonor to my family.
Oh, the Japanese people, they were all like, "Oh yeah, it's one of those."
Yeah, it's just like it was obvious that I just did something that is like very, you don't do that. You know what I mean?
Shouldn't have done.
No one sat there and lectured me. No one like tried to, yell at me about it or anything like that. It just, the look that they gave me.
Yeah, it was enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that was enough to realize, I fucked up. Whoops. My bad.
It is funny to see like all the foreigners come to the States and experience like Bass Pro Shop and Buc-ee's and like food and refillable drinks and stuff like that.
They're having some of the best experiences,
I
right?
know.
Now, in the same way, I didn't see like the worst sides of Japan.
Sure.
They're not having interactions with doctors and engineers on the day-to-day basis that can be rather fatiguing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I get it.
completely.
I get it. But how did you have a nice relaxing weekend, Jay? That's what your plan was, right?
I did. I didn't even like didn't really stream or anything. I just made sure like I cleaned the garage and had multiple sports stuff on all over. There was like everything going on. So,
Yeah, Knicks won the NBA championship
yeah.
and the whole city burned to the ground almost.
Yeah.
Which the game itself was crazy.
Yes.
Just for another comeback and the Spurs clearly too young, not ready to win, couldn't hold on to leads. Great for Knicks fans everywhere. Really happy for Knicks fans, long suffering Knicks fans. And
There was
then
that 24-hour race that went on too.
the Stanley Cup Finals ended
Stanley
yesterday.
Cup.
The Hurricanes beat the Vegas Golden Knights, so that just got over.
Yeah.
But for me, UFC 250 last night was pretty fucking epic.
It was cool, right? Like it was very patriotic and
UFC Freedom 250. I had a lot of doubts about how it would go down because the idea of having it outside, the idea of only having 3,000 or 4,000 people there, like would it affect the energy with the crowd? Like those are all the things that were going on in my head. Not necessarily the fights themselves, but the production and how it would look and how it would feel. Dude, they knocked it out of the park. They really did. And certainly anyone's going to try to view it in like for people that want to, they're going to try to put the political spin on it. I think for the most part, it was just, and yeah, Trump's there, Trump's on the side. People are talking to Trump. For the most part, it was just pro America. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It was like a celebration. I will say, as much as I thought it was funny, I'm sure that about half the people that tuned in, maybe just UFC fans, weren't necessarily appreciative of Josh Hokett taking his time at the mic to say, and by the way, Michelle Obama is a man. That was the one thing that was like the political statement of the night. Yeah.
The funny thing was he starts off with like, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Oh, by the way, Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah.
You're like, what the freak? Dude?
And look, for me, I think that's fucking hilarious, right? I think I was laughing my ass off when I heard that. But like thinking from a perspective of like as like the company and with a lot of people tuning in of different political opinions and shit, probably not what Paramount necessarily wanted to go over on the podcast. Other than that, like it really just felt like a pro-America event, which I think is what it should have been. That's what it's about. It shouldn't necessarily be about who's in power right now, or if you like this person or not. It should be about America and 250 years of America. And for the most part, that's really what it felt like. And I thought it was awesome. The fights were all great, which is a rarity sometimes for UFC cards. So for people that are very normies that had like never really tuned into a fight, it was probably a really good card for them to tune into. Just because of the way it went down. So
a little sports ball talk in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's
that's UFC, what happened. I think it was crazy.
I think the UFC event last night is pretty culture related, and it involves Paramount, who's
no, it was, and then also like I guess you heard that Fox is buying Roku.
I did see that this morning.
For some interesting reason. I didn't really look into it, but I'm like, that's interesting. Starting to merge all these streaming companies together again. So we'll see how that works. I guess. Do you ever watch Roku? Did they have like some of their own TV shows? I like when I first saw that, I was like, dang, I haven't like clicked on the Roku app in some time.
I've never used like the Roku app. There's been a handful of times, like if you're staying at Airbnbs or whatever, that there might be like a Roku TV or something.
Yeah.
That's right. But I've like, for me, I've never really used Roku, so I don't know what's on it. Foku is the new name, says Chris Gore. So Fox, Roku, Foku.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. But thank you, Chris, for the insight. Yeah, so Fox, who split off and sold Hulu and all these other things to Disney, now Fox buys a streaming service, which is funny. Which is funny. We'll see how that works. $22 billion they spent on it.
God.
It's a drop in the bucket, man. That's only a fifth of what Warner Brothers sold for.
That's crazy. It's a lot of money.
That's only a fifth of what they sold that for. But where are we? Andre CR says Mohap. Mohap. Is that what's Mohap? You know, Jay?
Masters? No, that's not it. Oh, Masters of the Universe just freaking tanked.
Ministry of Health and Prevention. Ministry of Health and Prevention? I don't know. I don't fucking remember. Oh, Michelle Obama has a penis.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Thank you. It would have taken me a while to figure that one out. I was thinking of like government entities or something, not the government entity that is Michelle Obama's massive black cock. So thank you. That's very helpful information. Crispy Nokin, hail all, the Knicks are NBA champions. Got my pass for New York Comic Con. It's my birthday, and I had the whole week off. Take a swig of water for the working man.
Hey, shout out, man.
I'll take a swig of water here.
I got a little coffee.
Here we go. Coffee. It's late for coffee, Jay. I had my coffee so early.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Wait, do you have a cup of? You have to drink coffee before this stream, though, right?
Oh yeah, it's just one cup. It's just I worked my way down.
Oh wait, so it's like still from like
8
coffee.
8 o'clock this morning.
What the fuck? Isn't it cold?
No, man. I got a heating pad, so it keeps it hot. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was gonna be very judgmental.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Let's be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's a lot.
All right, that makes more sense. Ladybug butt sex hat merch dropping soon.
All right, listen.
Use code drunk3PO for a discount.
I told you guys what happens on my stream. Don't pour it over here to Daily because Ryan doesn't know anything what we're talking about. All right. Then I have to explain it to him. And then once I explain it to him, he judges me even worse. Where this came from, speaking of sports ball, was the Major League Baseball players that during the Pride Week decided to write
the Giants.
The Bible verses. And I was like, if you're forcing people to wear merch that says, I like to have butt sex, don't get all outraged when they write a Bible verse on their hat. Basically all I said. It turned into a thing.
So for people that don't know, this happened with the Dodgers last week. And then over the weekend, the Giants had their Pride Night. And it goes team by team who decides to do this shit. But some players on the team obviously have, religious beliefs who don't want to co-sign what they believe is a degenerate lifestyle. And I don't think that those players should be forced into co-signing something. And they're not. They don't have to wear the hats. So some people choose not to wear the hats, the rainbow hats. Some people choose to wear them and then put Bible verses on them, stuff like that. So it's funny because it's totally fine if somebody kneels during the national anthem or if somebody does a Black Lives Matter fucking protest or any of this stuff. But then as soon as somebody stands up for their religious beliefs, and not even in a mean or nasty way, not saying I want all these people to die, not saying I hate these people, but simply saying, hey, I'm not going to condone this lifestyle. That's it. And it becomes a big deal because they need total and complete capitulation. It's because it's not about tolerance. It hasn't been about tolerance for a very long time. It's about accepting and endorsing the lifestyle. It's not about tolerating somebody doing something different in the bedroom. It's not about just letting people have the same rights as anybody else. It is about you have to get on your knees and suck the rainbow colored dildo to show that you care about us, that you're okay with this lifestyle. That's what it's about. And it's bullshit.
And yeah, I was saying, like we were saying, like, and we're about to get into a story, honestly, about toxic fans and Star Wars and all that stuff. And it's like, man, it's just so that type of statement from those guys, and like probably 5 years ago, they would have got you canceled. You know, what
Yeah.
the freak? Would have got you canceled. Like they might have
Nice.
even been fired or put on leave like years ago for just doing that kind of stuff. When it was like at the peak of all that nonsense. When yeah, toxic fandom ruled, and we had to get the toxic fandom out. Like all that stuff was like 5 years ago. And yeah, the story we're about to go over, I was like, good Lord, man.
And
Here
we
we
will
go
get into
again.
the a Disney Star Wars actor slamming toxic fans after a failed project. We've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
We've never heard that one before, Jay. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man for $1. Thank you. The Watermelon Felon for $1. I support butt sex for $1.
Who is that? What is that picture?
Wait, isn't that it looks like Buck Sexton, doesn't it?
It is. It is Butt Sexton.
Well, I don't think that Buck Sexton supports butt sex, which is just funny. But yeah. I mean, maybe he does. I can't say I listen to too much Clay and Buck, so I don't know. I don't know. Snacks for $2. Ryan's grandfather lived in China. He drove a tank. No, he didn't. I don't have any relatives who come from Asia. I am 100% white, but I am also a fucking mutt. I am a European mutt with a bunch of different things from all over the place. But 100% white, which I guess is the most important part. Vic Chavez for $2. Good morning, gents. UFC card was wild. Gaethje, what the fuck, bro? I have always loved Justin Gaethje fights. Justin Gaethje's never somebody that's going to go down as one of the best fighters in UFC history. He's always a guy who was almost there but never quite there. And for him to I hope he retires after this. After that performance against Topuria, who is a big underdog against Gaethje, Gaethje will never I've never watched a Gaethje fight that was disappointing. Now, sometimes he loses, but in terms of the entertainment value of a Gaethje fight, for the most part, they're almost all fucking awesome. And the dude can take a punch, and maybe it's because Gaethje has so few brain cells to begin with that it doesn't matter when he gets his bell rung. I've always really loved watching him as a fighter. And so for him to go out that way with the grandeur and the pageantry of the White House and all that stuff, I thought it was great. I thought it was great. So I hope that he takes a moment and steps away, because he's had an awesome career, and I think it's just the perfect way to cap it off. With that being said, there's a lot of matchups that could bring in a lot of money.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Usually what happens.
We'll see what he does. Chris Coran for $2. War with Japan caused by American booing. Baseball game. I could have been the one to break the peace after all this time. TGV Monster for $5. You want to sing this, Jay?
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading a rainbow. I can't go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow. It's reading a rainbow.
There you go.
Hope you got your $10 worth.
Where's that coming? What's Reading Rainbow coming out of nowhere for?
Pride flags.
Maybe. Okay. Take a look. It's in a book. Sell A for $2. Justin winning was the embodiment of the USA. It was great, and all the fights were good. At least all finished well. The Derek Lewis fight was not very good. I never need to see Derek Lewis fight again. He's fucking fat and lazy. I'm tired of him. He is. I get it. He's had some great fights in his past, but I'm sick of seeing him. Tobias for $10. Spent all week with braces on my wrist. Be careful when moving heavy stuff, folks. A sprain hurts like hell. But I got back to turn-based games like Chaos Gate, Demon Hunters, and Zoom 2. Still fun. Tobias, I often like to give you advice on the internet. And I'm going to do so once again. Don't just tell people I hurt myself or whatever. Don't be like, I was moving heavy things and sprained my wrist, right? Just don't say stuff like that. All right. Just say, yeah, like a fucking dog bit me or something at a furry party. I don't know. That's pretty gay as well. But I was lifting heavy boxes and I sprained my wrist. Although it is something that could happen to anybody, it sounds kind of gay, Tobias. So I'm going to give you advice to not reveal those things. Okay? Because I care about you, Tobias. I'm trying to protect your good image. All right? Johnny Lawrence, great. Now they cast a dude to play Supergirl. This woke stuff really blows. What's up, gentlemen? Cobra Kai never dies.
Never dies.
199. Cobra Kai never dies. I miss Cobra Kai, man.
Great show.
I miss Cobra
Great
Kai.
show with a great ending. The way they did the ending was fantastic.
Those last 5 episodes were really, really good.
Yeah, they did a great job.
They were fucking awesome, dude. And a little predictable, but it's okay because it's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
It is exactly what you want, and they fucking give it to you. What's something that isn't exactly what we want would be Disney Star Wars. In fact, it's the antithesis of what fans have been asking for a decade and a half at this point. And The Mandalorian Grogu continues to flounder at the box office. We saw that second weekend crash for The Mandalorian Grogu. We saw the third weekend crash. Well, now here we are, and it's basically dead at this point in time. Mandalorian and Grogu had another tough frame at the U.S. box office. Mando grossed just $4.7 million on the lowest fourth 3-day weekend for Disney Star Wars. Harsh 50% drop from last weekend. And this is the kicker. Versus Solo's $10 million in its fourth weekend. So it's now grossing half of Solo on a weekend-to-weekend basis. As of right now, it's currently projected to end up around $340 million. It will be the lowest box office that we've ever seen for any Disney Star Wars project, bar none. And it's at this time where you start to hear the same things we've seen from Lucasfilm and Disney Star Wars over the years. Every time a project fails, it couldn't possibly be their faults. It couldn't be the fault of the writing, of the directing, of maybe the acting. No. You know whose fault it is, Jay? I'll give you one guess. Whose fault is it that this is failing?
Dave?
You're supposed to say it's the fans' fault. Obviously, it's the fans' fault because this is how the people at Lucasfilm think. They can't blame themselves. They have to blame the audience. It's okay, Jay. I know you
put too much faith in me.
I put a lot of pressure on you. I'm sorry. But we do have a Disney Star Wars actor, this time somebody that you never hear from, but someone that you see a lot if you watch The Mandalorian or The Mandalorian and Grogu, and that is the person behind the suit, actor Brendan Wayne. Mandalorian suit actor Brendan Wayne blasts toxic Star Wars fans while defending The Mandalorian and Grogu's box office failure. Now, Brendan Wayne, he's done this, I think, the entire time. Him and somebody else split the duties for the people that do the suit work, while Pedro almost does nothing other than the voiceover. And he's actually somebody that came out and defended Gina when she was going through all that stuff and said nice things about her multiple times. And so it's disappointing when you see him at the center of something like this. Speaking in a recent interview highlighted by Star Wars Holocron on X, which, by the way, that dude, what a fucking pussy-ass bitch. But anyway, Wayne argued that some fans have become overly possessive of the franchise and are actively rooting against Star Wars projects because they no longer feel connected to the direction of the brand. It's interesting to see people who are pulling against the franchise they love just because of their ownership, Wayne said. That can be 100% toxic in the Star Wars world. It's to be present and to watch it. And if you don't connect, cool. but we don't need to hear how bad you are, that they ruined your Star Wars. They didn't ruin your Star Wars. It's our Star Wars.
I mean, it's like that's like the 5 years ago or 6 years ago talking point from Star Wars all over again. It's like the same stupid stuff that we've been hearing since The Last Jedi, where it's just like, yeah, it's our Star Wars now, and it's just like, stop crying. If you don't like it, just quit and move on. It's the same stuff, man. It's like he just didn't get the memo that we've kind of moved away from that a little bit. And maybe you shouldn't say stuff like that. Maybe he's just bitter that the movie just freaking tanked in the toilet. And dear God, if Starfighter were to bomb, Ryan, do we see a massive change over at Star Wars? If that movie bombs and it's just like they got nothing left to put out, nothing left after that, what else can they possibly do? Remake the original series and throw that out there?
They will remake the original series at some point, but it's not going to be like next year, right? We got to get past the 50th anniversary. They got to do stuff like that. And I think they're going to pretend to honor the OGs and everything for the 50th anniversary. At some point after that is when they will remake everything. But who knows? Who knows how long the leash that Dave Filoni has, no pun intended. I'm not talking about his fetish for dogs. Who knows how long his leash might be there as head of Lucasfilm. But, I think that Starfighter will probably be more normie friendly than the Mandalorian and Grogu, but who knows? That time.
Yeah, but both of our predictions were wrong on Mandalorian and Grogu. That thing, it's not even going to hit 350.
No, I thought it hit at least 400,
That thing fell off the cliff, man. And it's like, a cliff off Brazil. It's just like, it is just.
Yeah, no bungee cord attached.
Oh, yeah. Oof. And anyway, the I lost my train of thought with that one. But I'm saying, like, the only thing they have left going is Starfighter that's coming up. And if that movie, if it just completely bombs, then do you think they're just going to go back to just making stuff on Disney Plus? Are they just going to stop and like reboot? Or are they just going to be like, no, or just play the whole game like they've been playing? Like this guy, like everything else, everything's fine. It's our Star Wars. People are rooting for it to fail, but it's okay. Everything's good. Like,
I mean, this might be a streaming IP now. It might no longer be a theatrical IP, which is crazy to think about. But when it comes to this bullshit, yes, I think it's a little bit defensive because your movie's failing and there's a lot of people that are celebrating right now. You want to know why this is happening? You want to know why people are speaking out against this, why people are happy to see this fail? It's because over the last 14, nearly 15 years, people have watched the franchise get actively destroyed. They've been told that they are no longer part of the fan base, that it no longer belongs to them, blah, blah, blah. This is what they've been told over and over again. So they have left, but they still care about it. People care about Star Wars. People want it to be good. It's why people speak out. It's why people are critical. It's why people, if they see the franchise going in a direction that they don't like, that they will say, I hope that this doesn't work because this is wrong. And it will just extend this period of disgusting garbage that they're fucking putting out. If you reward them with money, right? If you reward them with a successful movie when it's such low effort and it's so trash and it's so abysmal, then they're not going to learn anything, right? This is the reason why fans are speaking out. You need fans. Do you want to know why you have a fucking job, Brendan? Why this has had a couple seasons? Why you're getting paid to do this? Why you can show up at conventions and all this shit? Do you know why? It's because fans feel like they have ownership over something. They are passionate about it. They desperately want this thing to be good. That's why Star Wars is a thing in the first place. Do you know why it's persisted for 50 years? It's because in 1977, George Lucas created something that fans felt a passion for, that they felt attached to, that they felt connected to, that they got involved in. And that persisted for 5 decades until lispy queers like Dave Filoni and people like Kathleen Kennedy and others who are employed by Lucasfilm have systematically destroyed people's love and hope and optimism for this ever to change. That's why people are celebrating this failing, because it is a public indication that the fans who've been speaking out about this shit, the fans who've been relentlessly attacked by people like you and people at Lucasfilm and people like at Disney, the fans feel fucking vindicated that your slop is failing. The fans feel vindicated that now everyone can see that you people are hacks and failures and frauds, and you have destroyed one of the biggest IPs in existence. Those fans are who you need to win over. Those fans are the reason you have a job. Those fans are the reason this is persistent. And so many people can't get that through their thick fucking skulls.
Well said. 100%. 100%. And the damage is probably non-reversible.
Jay needs more coffee.
Yeah, that's one of those days. No, but you're right. You're absolutely correct. Without fans, you got nothing, which is what you guys got. You got a failing movie, failing Disney Plus view numbers. Things are even the stuff that was relatively liked for those that watched it, like Andor. It's just not enough people liked it I don't think to justify anything. And then think about the other IPs that Lucasfilm has. Willow, y'all killed that easy. Indiana Jones should have a game like every 3 years. That is, I mean, that's such Indiana Jones is such an easy layup, and they screwed that up too. So, I mean, what else do they got? You know, where else are they gonna go? What else are they gonna do with Indiana Jones? You know what I mean? Like that IP could be printing a ton
put
of
a
money.
chick in it, make it lame and gay. They already did that.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing else they could do. What are they going to do with Willow? Nothing. They hated. They must have. I don't know why they took it off streaming.
So they could take the tax write-off.
Imagine it's so bad that they're like, we got to take this off our streaming service so nobody else watches it ever again. We'll take a tax hit. Then have this up on the streaming service. Willow, freaking unbelievable. The comic books don't sell. The High Republic was a joke. The biggest selling book in the High Republic was only 100,000 books, right? And that was the first one. Other than that, it plummeted. And it's like there's some books that only sold 2,000 copies. Coloring books, Star Wars coloring books outsold the High Republic.
Well, look, there's a lot of autistic people out there that like coloring books, even if they don't like.
I'm just saying. And then you had a hotel that nobody wanted to go to that you charged too much for. You know, it's crazy. You bring back the original characters to your Galaxy's Edge, and it's all of a sudden it's packed. Funny how that works.
There's probably a handful of people who just felt personally attacked that I said autistic people get coloring books because it's fucking true.
I'm on it.
It's true. Tiggs for $2. Ryan, there's no way that works, you know? No, I fucking don't know, Tiggs. I don't know what you're ever talking about. Jesus with a gifted membership. Thank you, Jesus. Neg Gorlas says, "Hail, gents," for $2. Hello, Chris Gora's Legolas. I have a tough time pronouncing your name. Master Austin with a gifted membership. Thank you, Master Austin. Udite, who's finally home from Japan. He stayed there a long time. As if pneumonia wasn't enough, United and once Air Canada screwed up all my flights, causing a bunch of delays, taking me 54 hours, first board, last D board to get home. Covered all of the 13th, my birthday too. I had a little bit of a tough time getting home. You had a real tough time, Udite. So I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry your trip was so fucked up at the end. But still, man, it's worth it.
Of all places to be stuck, though, you know, could have been stuck on a cruise ship. Could have been stuck in another country.
Could have been on one of those poop cruises, you know?
Oof.
Minister of Wrongthink, MNBHNL. My N-word beardo has no legs. There you go. We're learning a lot today. Johann Sebastian X-Bach for 2. Ryan, the RK Outpost store is out of butt sex hats. I got to restock, Got to restock. Luna for $5 says hashtag feed JFund, hashtag Beardo sucks, hashtag ping.
Feed me, Luna. Feed me.
Ping like Kung Fu Panda?
I'd rather her feed me than say Jay sucks. So,
There you go. The Gorgonzola Ayatollah for 5. Hey, guys. Took the day off just because. Ryan, if you were sent a Warhammer starter set with a few minis, a brush, and paints, would you paint them?
I know he would want to. I don't know if he has the time to.
I would really want to.
Yeah, that's I think that's the answer. I have Lego sets I got to put together too.
I might try to like do a stream where I did it or something. I don't know how into it I could get because I don't have the time. But possible. I don't want to make you any promises, Gorgonzola Ayatollah. I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep. Alucard, hail the Munjay, hail the 199.
What's up?
Harry Brownhole, pride about none of anyone's business. Shit clown. Big Booty Burger for 2. Zack Snyder can save DC. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. I don't think there's really much chance of that happening with how old some of the actors are, but hey. Master Austin for 2. That was beautiful singing, Jay.
Oh, thank you. I have a few in there every now and then.
Glosser for 5. That Gaethje fight was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. Didn't really know Hokut before, but he became an instant fan after the Michelle comment. Look, it's going to win over a lot of people. It's also going to piss off a lot of people. It was funny. It was really funny, I thought. Vic Chavez for 2. Tobias donation humiliation ritual tax. The old humiliation ritual for Tobias. I'm trying to help Tobias out, okay? Ministry of Wrong Think for 5. You guys won't believe who. I mean, what blew my back out last night? Beardo. Wait, did he say that? There's no way he said that. Mako Gray for $10. Thumbnail broke off and now it's going to take a while to heal. Hurts like hell. Ubisoft yelled at me once for wearing my Assassin's Creed cosplay with my fursuit. Said I was destroying the franchise.
Why did we start off with my thumbnail broke off?
Mako. Did you and Tobias get in some sort of cat fight or something? Is that actually what's going on? Tobias sprained his wrist. You fucking tore your nail. Like, why are the furries hurt? Was there a furry butt sex convention that we didn't hear about over the weekend somewhere? What's going on? What's going on with the furries?
Yeah, what's going on?
Like, it's very, very strange. It's very strange.
Yeah.
You know what's not strange, Jay?
No.
Take a wild guess. You missed the first one that I teed up for you, so take a wild guess.
Rumble Wallet.
There you go, Jay.
It's Monday.
Rumble Wallet. Rumble Wallet's not strange. Rumble Wallet's fucking awesome.
That's right.
Helped you out a lot when you're going through your demonetization and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
It absolutely did. And Rumble Wallet can help you too. One of the questions that so many people have in the world right now, Jay, is do you have control over your money? And in many cases, the reality when you get down to it, you might not. At any point in time, your bank could choose to just say, you know what? You said a naughty word online. You don't have, you think things that we don't agree with, some wrong think. You're done. And all of a sudden, you can't get access to all of your money. With Rumble Wallet, that's not a problem. Technology's changed everything, and it's changing how money works. Crypto started as a niche, but now it's mainstream. Faster payments, more control, fewer middlemen. It's not hype. It's where things are. And getting started today is easier than you think. That's where Rumble Wallet comes in. With Rumble Wallet, you buy Bitcoin, hold dollar-back stablecoins, even own digital gold backed by real gold, all in one place. Setup is simple. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your debit card, credit card, or bank account. Link it up, and be up and running in minutes. It's not about how much you put in there. You can do 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks. Not a big deal. Just get started, get used to it, understand how it works, see if you like it. And you never know, you might be using it more often in your day-to-day life. And once you're set up, you can even tip your favorite Rumble creators like myself, like Jay, like Gary, like Jeremy, everybody. So do this now. Scan the QR code right on top of my head, or click the link in the description below. Download Rumble Wallet, set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. Take control of your money. Get started with Rumble Wallet today.
Well said.
Today, tonight, whenever. Whenever. Raven Black Sparrow, member for 31 months. Thanks, Raven. Ryan's Japanese girlfriend's dad for $5.
What?
Hello, Honorable Ryan-san. Why you no return Ling Ling calls? She no raise baby around. Baby rice isn't cheap, you know. This is a scamming account. I have no Japanese girlfriends. I didn't meet any Japanese women when I was in Japan. Didn't happen. No Japanese women were met. I can promise you that. So this is a liar. It's probably a fucking Indian scammer, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Baby rice isn't cheap, you know. Baby rice.
Harry Brownhole. Mime DeLorean speaks, attacking fans. They never leer. The Mime DeLorean, yeah. Health Minister of Belgium. Y'all see how cringe the Rise Up Sing Out concert was? Bette Midler sounded worse than the breathing singing about fascists.
Oh,
it was really
brutal.
Cringe.
Absolutely brutal.
It was really cringe. Yeah. All right. Where are we? JC, Hero of Canton for 5. John Wayne was in some amazing films. He was also admittedly in some of the worst. He never once blamed fans. His grandson should have learned something. Yeah, it's disappointing to hear that from him. Otto Vanderballs, you ever get tired of being right on Mighty Forehead?
I don't know if he does.
I never get tired of it. I wish it happened all the time instead of just 95% of the time. That's the only thing, you know. That's the only thing. Snacks for 2. Disney Star Wars is basically season 5 Homelander now. It's fucking dead. Who flung poo? Hail. Speaking of the poo,
what is all this poo stuff going on?
Hayneck for 5. My fear is Starfighter would be like Daredevil. They'll focus on the surrounding characters and barely show the main character. Well, I wouldn't be as upset about that in a movie with a bunch of new characters. I'm very upset about it in Daredevil when you care the most about Daredevil, you know? PP Poo Poo Man says PPPPM. I think that stands for PP Poo Poo Man. Angelus Draven, some old school stuff. RK3PO. Are you ready? That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time
Great
ago.
intro, though.
It was a good intro. Udite for $10. Yeah, definitely still worth it, and glad I went. Got to go again in some real personal time someday. Hoping to go to Vegas as well. Do you guys know when the RSVP starts? Or did I already miss it? I don't think the RSVP has started. I got my hotel stuff situated over the weekend, and I need to book my flights today. So I will be in Vegas. I'll be there. Madney for 2. Ryan, would you rather be black or gay? Honestly, I'd rather be dead if those are my 2 options. So I know that's kind of a cop-out, but Super Frandaman for 5. Ryan, do you collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards and buy any in Japan? Recently started Yu-Gi-Oh collection. Got original starter decks for Yugi, Kaiba, Joey, and Pegasus. Never been a Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
I had a starter deck.
I've never been a Yu-Gi-Oh guy. I
went to one Yu-Gi-Oh tournament way back in the day, and I watched like people, and it was like all age groups were there. There was like a lot of older people and like younger people. They were just all playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I thought that was pretty cool. And like these people, like they're just masters at the craft, like they just know like every spell and every how to flip this and do all like it. It was a sight to see.
Yeah, watching like some of my friends who knew what they were doing play Magic.
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah, seeing them.
I never got into I've never been into like the card game stuff.
Right.
In terms of like playing. I do like Pokemon and obviously like to collect them and stuff, but I don't play. And I never got into Magic, but I had some friends that were. So like I spent some time like watching them play. It was fucking wild.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is too much. I'm never gonna fucking know. I'm not even gonna try to learn,
There was a Magic the Gathering tournament in Orlando at one of the malls, and they blocked out like almost the entire food court, I think. And to listen to these people talk, they're like, I got the white deck with the thing, and it's like tap, tap, that. And I'm like, I'm just watching. Crazy. They just like know how to do all that stuff. Yeah, I never got into it either, but it was fascinating to watch. I see a lot of butt cracks too.
Yeah. Lot of fat people. Tobias, if I recall right, wasn't there a Star Wars tabletop game? Do you ever get into that, Ryan? I have played a little bit of the Star Wars tabletop game here or there, the role-playing game. Yeah, I here and there. I've played a little bit. Never got super into it, but yeah. I support butt sex for $1. Again.
Gosh.
Thank you, Buck.
Buck Sexton.
Grizzly Nightmare for 199. Jay, listen to the Japanese cover of The Touch.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing. That sounds neat.
Enricon for $5. Don't worry, guys. Even Mandalorian doesn't make $1 billion. The merchandise sales over the next decade, it'll be successful. Ha ha ha. No, not based on my visit to fucking Walmart when I went to pick up Pokemon cards. So much fucking Mandalorian stuff everywhere that is just unsold. Some of it in the clearance aisle already. Just embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Mexa Rage for 2. Ryan, are you saying the kid's not your son? Yes, the kid is not my son. He. Yes. Vlad the Man for $10. Hurrah! Listen, guys, hurrah is my trademark. If you're going to use it, you need to ask for permission. Anyways, freaking epic UFC fight last night. Jay is not reversible. I mean, irreversible. Yeah, when that gets put in the clip, that's going to be great.
What's that?
When Danky clips that out to put on the second channel, and you're like, at this point, it's just
non-reversible.
Non-reversible. That's going to be a good moment in that clip.
I had a stroke or something in the middle of that.
Well, because I did not mean to speak for as long as I did and go on the rant that I did. It just kind of came out. So yeah, I went on this long rant and then you're like, yeah, I think it's non-reversible.
Was it that bad?
To me, it was bad. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like, that's why I started cracking up, because it was very blatant, but it was funny. It's a Monday, Jay.
Yeah.
It's a Monday. Everything will be all right. Everything won't be all right in woke Hollywood, because they're continuing to die a slow, painful death. But some people in Hollywood, Jay, despite getting all up in arms over the idea of Netflix buying Warner Brothers and what that might mean for theaters, they said, this can't happen. We can't allow this to happen. They still were upset when they found out that Paramount was actually going to be buying Warner Brothers. And we saw what seemed like a coordinated campaign, a targeted campaign by a bunch of producers and directors and actors, and with maybe even some other money thrown in there, maybe Netflix whispering in people's ears, trying to get lawmakers to not approve this merger. Well, none of that worked. And in fact, last week, right after we went off air, actually, for Geeks and Gamers Daily on Friday, we found out that Department of Justice says it's good to go. Breaking, Department of Justice approves Paramount Warner Brothers merger as Hollywood opposition suffers major defeat. And this was the hurdle. The biggest hurdle to clear was the DOJ approval. Now, does that mean that it's done, sign on the dotted line? Not necessarily, because there's still some states, and mostly politically activist states, that are trying to make a fuss, and, politicized attorney generals that are trying to take a stand and make a name for themselves. Those things have to get worked through, but basically this is it. This was the biggest hurdle that it had to clear, and it's done. Paramount will be merging with Warner Brothers despite Hollywood's pushback. And one of the things that immediately people are going to think about is, of course, one of the biggest parts of Warner Brothers. Well, one of the biggest parts by meaning one of the one that gets most attention, even if it doesn't draw in the most money. And that is, of course, DC Studios, led by James Gunn himself. And even last year, before we knew who was buying it, how it would happen, all this stuff, it didn't seem like James Gunn's future was very clear at all. And now that this is one step closer and virtually done, it's virtually done, the Paramount Warner Brothers merger, a lot of people are wondering how much longer this man will last. And considering Supergirl is about to take a fucking dump at the box office and be a pathetic flop and a failure, it feels like after this announcement and this approval that we're that much closer to the end of James Gunn. And it's funny because it feels like he just got started.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because if he is done after this next Superman film, I mean, I'm assuming that Clayface will still be out there, and the Lanterns is done, so that'll be coming out. Clayface was announced, right, as a prequel kind of to all this. And then
it's the first chronologically, yes, apparently.
It's kind of crazy with the timeline there, but yeah, and then this one here. So they could just put the big, hey, thanks for playing, but we're moving on. moving right along.
Well,
so
I think one of the things that's very telling, right, even if Warner Brothers hadn't been sold, Warner Brothers gave extensions to a lot of their executives, and Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca, the people who run the Warner Brothers movie entertainment division, separate from the DC Studios stuff, they got multi-year extensions. James Gunn and Peter Safran got a multi-month extension to take them out to just before Man of Tomorrow would be set to release in theaters next year. So even that in and of itself is very telling that they weren't super confident in this. Despite, and look, Warner Brothers is going to do what they're going to do. David Zaslav had this plan going in all along, make the company look like it's worth more, try to cut away some debt, make the company more viable to sell it to somebody else to make a fuck ton of money. He did that very well, and that has been done. As part of that, they used massive PR spin. They tried to tell everybody that everything they put out was super successful. They lied to everybody about Superman's success, and some people bought it hook, line, and sinker. Some people shilled for it. Some people continue to repeat the lie. But it was a lie, and it was one with intention. It was a lie with the intention of making their company look more valuable than it truly was, to start a bidding war and to get people to pay more for it. They very successfully did that. But the fact that while talking about how successful this movie was, they didn't give James Gunn a multi-year extension. They gave him a couple extra months so that he could get the next thing he had scheduled out, is telling. And I think Supergirl will flop and fail. I think Clayface could be a moderate success, but it's going to be so disconnected from everything, and James Gunn basically has nothing to do with it. I don't think people really care. Man of Tomorrow is going to be the tell, and I think they'd be good to cut that off before it even happens. I don't think it's realistic, because by the time Paramount actually takes control, Man of Tomorrow is probably going to be all done shooting, and I just don't think they're going to.
Yeah,
they're not going to cut it off at the knees like that. But I think Man of Tomorrow is the end of James Gunn, and it certainly should be. There's not too many projects, but the ones he has just hasn't connected, and I don't think there's any hype building for this universe, which this is where you should be building hype, and instead it's like people are already sick of it.
Do you think they would pull something crazy, like say we're just going to go into the Patterson's universe and just build on that, and just do that instead with the success of the Penguin, and just see how that would look?
So I don't think so. And
I know that's a long shot, but could you imagine?
I don't think so. And the reason I don't think so is not because I don't think those projects have been good. I think they are good. But if you look, when did Batman come out? 2021? Was it 2021 when that came out? 2022? and we're not going to get another one till maybe 2027. And then we got one Penguin thing. I don't think Matt Reeves has the capability to produce stuff fast enough. And I don't know if he'd be the right guy to lead a studio either. In the same way that James Gunn can make a movie that's part of a universe that works, I don't think he's the right guy to lead a studio. So I don't know. And considering Robert Pattinson's going to be older than Ben Affleck was in Batman v Superman by the time the Batman Part 2 comes out, I just don't know how long they carry on that franchise.
If that movie comes out and it's a massive success, though, it's gotta make you wonder, though, if they're like, how do we speed this up? Like, how do we put a team together to just live in this universe?
It's gonna make more money than Superman. Batman Part 2 will make more money than Superman.
And they've got to notice that, you know. It'll be interesting to see where they go with all this.
Well, every day we're one step closer to James Gunn no longer being a part of this universe, which I think is a good thing. Godzilla's greaser, it's pronounced Kaiba.
Kaiba?
All right. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero. Mei Ling is not my lover. She's just a girl Ryan met in Japan. He said, the kid is not my son. No, I did not. I don't know if you guys noticed. I was not hanging out with any Japanese women in Japan. So no Japanese girlfriends for me. Ryan's half Asian son. Bro, look at me. What the fuck? Thank you. Dark Magician, Beardo Obese. Alex Aerocave just woke up. Meta PC RK Outpost Drunk 3BO.
Shout out, man.
Thank you, Alex. Shout out. 0 for 2. Shiitake. Thank you, 0. And shout out to the 350 people we got watching. We got watching over on the Rumble side.
Look at that.
Appreciate you guys as well. But look at that, Jay. We had a nice tight little stream today, didn't we?
I think so. I didn't mess up too much. Had a couple verbal slips, but nothing too crazy for a Monday anyway. And then later, like going over the Army of Darkness on my channel at 6. That was the movie that was picked for the week. So
Army of Darkness, huh?
Groovy, baby. Yeah. Have you ever seen it?
I don't think so. No.
It's a unique film with a unique taste. But Bruce Campbell, you know, shout out Bruce Campbell. He revealed that he's going offline, off the radar for a little bit while he's
dealing with cancer.
Yeah. He was such a I got to meet him a few times at the conventions over the years, and he is just like
he's awesome.
He's awesome, man. Like he is so good with the fans too. So it's like it sucks to see that he's dealing with that. And I mean, he would just dress too. Like he would just dress the part of who you think Bruce Campbell. He would come in like a white tuxedo and just run around with so much energy with everyone, like taking photos and doing videos with them and stuff. He was just great. Like he just loved the fans because they know like he was literally like put in a certain franchise that's just who he is, right? So it was freaking awesome. He was awesome. So Godspeed to you, sir. So yeah, we'll be going over that film.
Yeah, my favorite Bruce Campbell role is actually not like Evil Dead stuff or whatever. It's Apollo Monopoly. You mean Chuck Finley? Yes. Sam Axe in Burn Notice is my favorite Bruce Campbell role.
Yeah.
I love Burn Notice so much. I love that show, and his character Sam is great. Yes, Chuck Finley, common alias Chuck Finley. So, where am I? Ryan, are they sideways in Japan? Says Minister Wrong Think. Never found out, so can't tell you. Dragon Kami for $1. Thank you, Dragon Kami. Orangutan, Army of Darkness was my introduction to Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell drips aura. Hail to Bruce. Fuck cancer. And hail you lads. Thank you, Orangutan. Dragon Cammy for another $1. Thank you, Cammy or Dragon. Godzilla's Greaser, Maniac Cop is underrated.
I've never seen it.
There you go. All right. That's it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow and we'll learn how to pronounce more words. So that'll be fun.
I'll be better.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.